Hey, it's your boy Bobby Beast here. I want to talk about a subject that comes to mind, and that is basically when it comes to Tariq, I think he's about to rise. Now, what do I mean by that? Now, this whole thing with Tariq in the Tejadas, I'm not sure how long that's going to last. And what I mean by that is basically, we know in season 1, Tariq came there and he's with the Tejadas. He's working with them. And not only that, he is Monet's #1 guy. However, how long is this going to last? I really don't know. Basically, when it comes down to it, Tariq is in a situation where he works with the Tejadas, but and Monet has embraced him as being a son. However, she also said, you know what happens if you mess up, which means we all know that means death. However, when it comes down to it, I think Tariq's value will go up, up, and up. And what I mean is, I think Monet will betray Lorenzo for Tariq. Now, what do I mean by that? Basically, Tariq is the #1 seller under her, right? Kane has been thrown out of the family. But as time go on, Tariq is going to help Kane get back into the family. And then there's also Diana. Diana doesn't really want nothing to do with any of it. And then Drew doesn't want nothing to do with it as well. But that leaves Tariq and that leaves Kane as the main people that she can have. However, she knows she cannot trust Kane. And I'm going to tell you the truth. Monet loves Kane, but she cannot trust him because Kane, if we had to be real, Kane is more for his dad. So even though his dad, had him beaten in prison, even though his dad prefers Drew to be the leader and not him, the dad has a higher opinion of different things over Kane, but Kane will do what his father says, meaning that basically if Monet, because we saw all last season in the first season, there was things about Monet he didn't care for. He didn't care for the fact that she was going with the cop. He didn't care for the fact that she was putting Tariq up. He didn't care for a lot of things. And he even said, I remember him saying Dad would not do things like that. So a lot of that has been going on. So if right now, what I want to say is that if with Lorenzo gets out, or if anything with Lorenzo, Monet's gonna pretty much know she can trust Tariq, but she cannot trust Kane. I don't really think Tariq has anything against Lorenzo. I just think he hasn't had a chance to deal with Lorenzo. So we don't know how Tariq and Lorenzo will be. But I do think Monet will betray Lorenzo for Tariq because Tariq at the end of the day will stand for her. Meaning that if it comes down to Lorenzo and Monet, Tariq's gonna side with Monet because his loyalty is with Monet. Whereas Lorenzo, he knows Lorenzo is pretty much the dude. He knows Lorenzo is the guy, but he's with Monet. He's not with Lorenzo. So what I think is going to happen is that I think Lorenzo's going to get out of prison. Kane's going to go with Lorenzo. Diana will stick with Monet. Drew will be probably in between because we're not sure if Drew is closer to Lorenzo or Monet. The thing is with Monet accepts Drew for who he is. Whereas Lorenzo, I don't think Lorenzo really knows who Drew is. So who knows? All I know is when it comes down to it, Tariq will be there with Monet. So when it comes down to it, Monet, if we had to be real with you, Monet is used to being the boss. And if Lorenzo get out, she knows that's going to make it where she's not the boss. So I think she's going to side with Tariq. She will betray Lorenzo for Tariq, her top seller, the guy who he's loyal to her, the guy who is now her new child. That's basically what I think is going to happen. But I just want to say to all of you that it is your boy, Bobby Beast here. I just want to say much love, much respect, hold it down, and one. And this is my book. Shit's not checkers, it's chess. In life, everybody knows it's a game, but you got to learn how to play it.